is the Europeans came in, a group of them, under Albert Pike and Madame Blavatsky. The reason why they refer to her as Madame Blavatsky, why she did the thing about the ISIS papers, is because she used to provide the prostitutes for all of the Masonic parties in London when they was acting a fool. Right? You know the whole story about Sherlock and all that. Okay. Now what happened is they were trying to get the sacred words that the Moors in Yorkshire, London, had given them. If you look on the crest, and I did it in a book called Let's Set the Record Straight, I showed you the different crests to show you that all throughout London, all of the original people in Yorkshire were all Moors. And I gave the crest to Scotland, and I showed you all of them were Moors. Then I gave you the ones to the Irish, where we use the word Mac, and I showed you they were Moors. So what happened, those indigenous people were being taught by a group of Moors who came up from Senegal all the way to Morocco and throughout Europe, and they were civilizing the devil, who was uncivilized, right? And what they were doing, as we were taught, we was like teaching them to swear off their actions and round out their deeds. In other words, we saw them, we looked at them as raw human beasts, and we had to say, straighten up, cut that straight. Straighten up, cut that straight. Straighten up, cut that straight. Straighten up. And we said, the only way we can keep them is to say, listen, we're going to take you into this brotherhood, and we're going to give you a couple of secrets of life. You understand? And I want you to abide by those secrets, and I don't want no trouble out y'all up in here. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear this out in the street. So the Moors started to teach these people, and it straightened them up, straightened up their posture. And they, man, you know what they became in London? They became the most intellectual of all Caucasians. You know that? In London, they got the highest degree of intelligence than all white people on the planet. What do they call the place? Huh? Central Intelligence, what is it? Oxford University? Nope, not Oxford. Yeah. The government, it's owned by the government, come on. Scotland Yard. They got all the archives of all the sacred societies in the world there. And that was given to them by Moors. That's why they call it Scottish rites. But in London or in Britain, I get confused, they call it Scotland Yard. Yeah, you know what the yardstick is. You follow? So this is why they are keeping it there. Go back around. He says, you know, out of that many, I get a few. And in that few, he sets up a brotherhood, a secret brotherhood, a secret sisterhood of people who have picked up the cross and are willing to die for what is right. That's who we are as Freemasons and Shriners. We are the heavenly hosts. We are God's army. We step away from the normal man. You see, and we say, make us a part of a structure that is strength, that is strong, that is firm. Take me, you know, like this here hat is all messed up. Take me and shape me. Your father, carve me down and put me in that wall and make me a part of a structure. Because Jesus said in Matthew 24, not every rock on the temple of Jerusalem, every one of them stones are coming down. And we did. But you know what he said again? He said, take me down now, and in 3 days, I will rise, I'll build a temple again. They said, what temple? Take me down now, this temple destroying my body, in 3 days I'll raise it again. They got all confused. He was talking about the 3 degrees. That's why if you read Matthew 24, he meets his disciples privately. First, anybody got a Bible? Look at it. First, he's meeting everybody on the Mount Olive. You understand? Later, he said, he met his disciples privately and they started asking him questions. He said, you got to pass, you got to go through the 3 degrees. And on that third day, you'll be resurrected back to life. Nicodemus asked the same question about Freemasonry to Jesus. He said to Jesus, how can I? He said, well, unless you're born again, you won't see the kingdom of heaven. Nicodemus Jesus said, oh, you got a guy and going home with my mother? Jesus was like, okay. You ain't no brother, see? You don't know. So I got to tell you what you got to do. You go out there and hang out with the disciples, right? And they'll take you through some trials and tribulations. You pay a little wages. You know, you be in another room outside, you come and win, and then I'll walk you through and you're going to make it, and you resurrect. When you come back to life, you know what I mean by a new body. You know what I mean by a new body in Christ. Because a Freemason is a new body in Christ. Because he has given up manhood for Christhood. You follow that? And the Shriner bears a sword of power that we will be there for the second coming by the Christians and the Muslims, and the first coming by the Jews. We don't care which one of them are right about if it's his second coming as El Messiah or Hamashiach. We don't care about the words. All we know is that when we got past Mark and got through Matthew and saw the life of a man came to earth and became a God, then we knew he said, there's many things I have to say unto you, however you